And you know, with those remarkable pictures of Wayne Mardle start at that double 8, we just saw that quite astonishing close-up shots. And the way the dart wiggled and wobbled and wiggled, I begin to wonder, John, the flights are supposed to stabilise it in motion. I begin to wonder if these players really need flights. It'd be interesting to see. We haven't seen a major change in dart design since the introduction of tungsten and titanium, but you know, it would be interesting to see what would happen as we look at these averages if they just didn't use a flight at all.
Yeah, the first session was rather ordinary, but you can see the last two sessions have provided us with some really remarkable legs, some super throwing, and leg 11 was the least impressive of those 10 that we've seen. And there you have it, a 15 darter and a 14 darter there in leg 14, 107.4.
Well, that just about puts the vinegar on the chips for Wayne Mardle. His luck has been lower than a black stump virtually throughout this match, and there he knocked out a treble 20, and it clearly is not going to be Wayne Mardle's. Look at that.
Aye. I've got to say, there you are. Scholten 6-180 puts him ahead on the 180 stakes. No bounce outs from him. I've got to say that those are unfortunate moments for Mardle, but I still emphasise, Dave, that he really has been his own worst enemy, hitting so few doubles early in the match when he had an opportunity to do. He should never have been 4-1 down and should never have been 8-2 down, but you've got to hit the doubles.
Yes, he's been hemorrhaging since the first session, hasn't he? Well, has a good look around here. It might all be academic because might just be for the record books, because Scholten wants double top. That looks to be the perfect marker, and is.
And another leg against the throw. It's the first one since the 10th. All the legs in the last session went with throw, and that means that Mardle now has to win 8 legs in a row to take us to a tie break. I think even he must be thinking, particularly in view of his bad luck latterly, that it is now curtains here in the Empress Ballroom.
Fascinating shot of the crowd with the lovely Blackpool Bells with their Kiss Me Quick t-shirts. Blackpool has a vulgar charm all of its own, surely.
65.
But at the moment, Blackpool is a very hard place for this man. Although he's playing in patches quite beautifully, he knows that the fat lady has gargled and is ready to sing in this second round match.
Yes, he's smiling. I think it's a sense of resignation. He can go up there now and throw exhibition darts, if you like, in the knowledge that the way that Scholten is playing, he just is not going to let him in. It's not only a case of Mardle having to pick his game up and throw really well. He's got to rely on this fella suddenly hitting a trough.
You know, and we have to give credit to Roland Scholten, and maybe we've been a little bit unfair because we've concentrated rather on Mardle and his luck and his ebullience and all his gestures and grimacing. We're forgetting that Scholten has put in a commendably consistent performance here. Never showed any emotion, just got on with the job. Now 170 would round it off nicely, and at last he manages the semblance of a smile.
Well, let me say, Dave, that at the end of the first session, Scholten led 4-1 with an 82 average. Very few players are going to do that. Very few players are going to do that as Scholten looks at 95. But now his average is 93, so he's been in the hundreds, around 100 since that first session. 95 then he wants. That's in 19, so 76 left, 56. Mardle should here, he almost goes for treble 16 when he wants 56.
36. Wow. Game 7 and the 17th player, Wayne Mardle.
Well, that will give the score a degree of respectability because Mardle has actually broken back. It's the first time in the entire match that Mardle has actually broken Scholten's throw.
Thank you.
If he can do it another 3 times and hold his own, Dave,
Wow.
we'll be sitting here for a little longer than we'd anticipated.
But I think even Wayne Mardle knows, John.
100.
He's just keeping the hangman waiting.
But if I can emphasise, since the 5th leg, since that first break, this fella has thrown quite magnificently. He's had a 78 finish on the ball, a 1-2-1 finish using the ball, and he's hit in that period 6 180s. He hadn't hit a 180 until the 10th leg.
60.
We're now in the 18th, and he's hit half a dozen.
Yes, I think Roland Scholten would take this performance and regard it
81.
as one of his most satisfactory, because he's just got on with his job and let all the fireworks come from Mardle, and yet
85.
has wiped him out.
Well, the winner plays Phil Taylor or Kevin Painter. That's a game you can see on Sky Sports Live tomorrow night. Varney and Taylor in action tomorrow night. And the second round continues.
100.
But of course, before tomorrow, we've got a certain second round match between Terry Jenkins and John Part, 2 of the best players in the world at the moment. Both players on form, very little to separate them. It will be interesting to see how that one unfolds.
The heart does go out to Mardle a bit because
140.
he put so much into this game and is so anxious to be a crowd pleaser. Tonight it just hasn't gone his way. Double top for the match.
100.
Well, so often Mardle's entrances have been rather happier occasions than his exits, but he is at least giving himself, well, something to smile about anyway. And you've got to give the lad credit. He's a bouncing, lovable character. It's a pity to see him leave the tournament, as I still think he will. But I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong before, even today.
Whatever the outcome, Mardle's determined to go down with a smile and with the guns blazing. And Scholten just needs to get these trebles working again.
60.
He hasn't. She needs to glimmer the merest glimmer. If Mardle could win this leg and then take the next one with the throw, who
100.
knows? It would constitute one of the truly great comebacks if he could manage it. It's not out of the question, but I wouldn't put a penny piece thereon.
125.
Elvis lives, who knows? There's hope for Mardle yet.
Put on a bit of weight too.
Well, wouldn't you in 30 years?
Score was absolutely level, but Scholten with the throw.
100.
Down at a finish. Mardle's got to produce something extra special here. Can't see much of that treble 20 surely. Treble 18 or treble 19 would serve him pretty well in the circumstances. Don't know what he did there.
45.
Tried to force it through, I think, like
Dropping to require 116.
put in the shot. So 116 now, treble 20 he wants for double 18. Double 18 here for a 13-6 victory. A 13-6 victory it is to Scholten. That was a magnificent match. 13 180s between them, but Scholten deservedly goes through to the quarter-final.